morning, everyone. Today we are here with Ms Sharon Manuals. She is the Capacity Building and Theatre and Motivation Program Coordinator. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became involved with Safe Cities?
Good morning. I am Sharon Manuals, like you said. I'm a hardworking person. I'm very responsible and I am loyal. I am a wife and a mother of two beautiful children. I come all the way from Atlantis, a little town just here by the west coast. I became involved with Safe Cities. I was invited to a church, Ambassadors for Christ World Outreach Ministries. And so I took the invitation. After service, there was an announcement made for the Safe Cities part. And so they said that there will be a program running. They're going to have this whole community out, so these volunteers needed. I attended that meeting and I'm still here about 2 decades later.
Okay, so can you tell us a bit more about the Capacity Building Theatre and Academic Motivation Program?
So with the capacity building program, it's one of our biggest running programs now. It's been running for the past few years. We have an average between 80 and 100 children every week. We serve them now twice a week, which is Tuesday and Wednesday. And that's basically where we assist the children with their homework as well as teach them social skills and help them to develop their behavior, how to be a better person at home and how to not just want change, but to be change.
Inspired you to work with children specifically and support their academic and personal development?
I've always loved children. I remember from when I was like 3, 4 years old, wherever we would go to an event, there would always be 1 or 2 children on my hip, either side around me. So they would always make fun of me when I was little, and my mommy, they would call me mommy, or the people would call me mommy. And so that love for children has always been there, because I have this thing where I saw that if you teach a baby a certain thing and they get it right, there's this excitement that comes and it lights their faces up. And so I think that is something that stayed with me, to be able to teach someone something, they grasp it, and then the excitement that comes with it. And that I have carried with me to Safe Cities. And so now them seeing how they grow and me helping them to grow is why I do what I do.
How does the program support the academic and personal development of young children?
Within our community, we know that there is a lack for a nutritious meal, I can almost say. A lot of the children and people around here are poor. That is just the reality of things. And so some children want to learn, but they don't have the safe space, they don't have the meal, they're always hungry, things like that. So with Safe Cities, what we do is when the children get here, we feed them first of all. We make sure that they have something to eat, because nobody wants to learn when you are hungry. And it's also more easier for them then to understand what we are saying, because they are more in a calm, relaxed environment. They've had something to eat, they have their books out, so they are now more open to ask if they need help with anything.
So then, can you explain the goals and objective of the Capacity Building Theatre and Academic Motivation Program?
So what one of our goals is to create a better community, to create a better future. And for that, we have to invest in the children that we have now, because they are our future of tomorrow. We have to make sure that we teach them the things that we want the adults of tomorrow to do, to know, and to become. So we instill in them the ability to know that you can be anything you want to be. You can dream big. You don't have to live in nobody's backyard. You can have your own house. You can have a car. You can come from a family where you are the first. And so that is what we empower the children with.
So you mentioned a few things that you want to instill in these kids. So what are some of the key life principles and values that this program aims to instill in these children's lives?
First of all, we work with identity. You need to know who you are. And then once you understand who you are, you need to learn respect for yourself and respect for others. And in doing so, then you will then work on values and choices. You now know who you are, you know where you come from, you know that this is okay and that is not okay. Then you start to see, okay, what do I value? And then when you decide what you value, if you one day want to have a big house, so you need to value going to school, you need to value your homework. So then your choices should then flow with what your values are. So you can't say, I want to be a millionaire one day, yet you don't want to do your homework, because it goes hand in hand. So we teach you that your choices would then impact your values, and that is you discovering who you are and where you want to be.
What strategies does the program use to help the kids develop good study habits and a love of learning?
One of the things that we do teach the children is time management and then also discipline. So once they are aware of what that is, it's easier for them to accept what we do. We teach through fun and games. We have theatre productions where we do small skits with the children. We have fun games. We have a game where you have to listen. You have to make sure that you understand what the instruction is for you to follow through with the game. And those are all strategic things that we've set in place so that when we go back to the books now, you know how to listen, you know how to follow the instruction. And I can recall back, I can say, but you listened earlier, so you can't tell me that you can't learn. You learned how to play that game. So then you use what you have to allow the children to see that they can learn and become more.
So I know that you mainly focus on kids, the community kids. You need to focus on their homework. What are some of the biggest challenges you face, and then how do you address them or overcome them, especially in this specific program?
One of the biggest challenges I would say within Safe Cities is the lack of support from the parents. But we also can't expect a lot because their minds are so far gone. They have grown up. My mommy lived in someone's backyard. I'm living in the backyard. We've come from the flats. That's where we are going to stay. So for an adult to come out of that needs a lot. So the support that we get from the parents wasn't as much and as we needed. However, in us implementing or imparting what we know into the children, the parents at home has now seen what happened to my child. Why is he saying please and thank you? Like, why is he going when people ask him to do certain things? And so them seeing the change is what's causing them to come around. So now what we have is we have parents waiting for the children after the program, where previously we haven't had that. And so now we also have parents that would send notes with the friends, because they know their child is not going to say I was rude at home or whatever. So the friend would then come and say, his mommy said I'm supposed to tell you this because you must speak to him and things like that. So there is a change within the parents. They're not as supportive yet, but we are working towards that. And the way we did that was we imparted into the children, and they could see the children change, and that's why they now feel like Safe Cities is a good place for the children to be.
So you mentioned quite a few changes that happened. So then, what is your vision for the future of the capacity building, theatre, and academic motivation program?
Within Elsie's River, we have done a lot with this capacity building program. We have the community program where we just serve the community children. We have the program where we are at schools, so we go give the program on the school so that we can touch more children. And those children might not live close by our premises, so therefore we took it to the schools. And so for future, I would like to expand and go to different other communities where we then go and teach other organizations how to do facilitating, how to work with the children, how to develop a love for children. Because working with children is something that you can develop. Everybody doesn't love children, and that's okay, but you can learn to love them, because this is our future. If we are not going to train them, what future are we going to have? Yeah.
So I know you mentioned also that obviously they like to say that everything starts at home. So my last question would be like, what message would you like to share with the audience about the importance of supporting the academic development of young children?
My message to the world and the community would basically be, this is the future. This is the people that's going to guide you when you are old. This is the people that you are going to find in the shops when you are old. What are you going to see when you get there? Do you want it to be children that greet you and say, hello Oma, how are you doing? Hello Mom, can I carry the bags for you? If that is the child you want to see, that's what you're going to have to teach now. Because the world out there is not kind to the children. They are falling into gangsterism. They are becoming nothing because nobody is saying that you can be something. You can do something with your life. So if we as the community and as the older people would just take that and be brought out there, any child that you see, just give them a kind word. Tell them that they look beautiful. Tell them that you love their eyes and see the spark in their eyes, and see how you can make a difference by just greeting a child. You don't have to work for Safe Cities. You don't even have to volunteer here, but you can spread your kindness to children that you see everywhere you go.
Well, thank you so much, Ms Sharon Manuals. Definitely the community needs to work on their abilities to treat the next person, not necessarily a child, but treat the next person with kindness, because you never know what change that person might bring. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being here.